What is going on YouTube? Hey, back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin Dash, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we do a different cryptocurrency here on the channel every single week with your guys' help. And on that note, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway. All you have to do to enter is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as that you've subscribed. I will be checking. If you're not subscribed, you will not win one of these. Just follow those two simple steps and you will be entered to win that for the drawing on Saturday. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's video specifically comes with the fact that it seems like we're starting to balance and retest resistances and slowly start to correct to the upside. The past couple of days we've been pretty much looking and searching for some sort of bottom. We've been waiting for technical, indicators to kind of spread out from the bottom and show ourselves just some key investment points for the markets moving forward. Now, what's great is just the other day, we actually saw some pretty big support levels being retested on some of these major cryptocurrencies, and they're finally starting to reverse back to the upside. So I'm getting excited. I'm getting ready to buy back into these coins. Hopefully you guys are too. We may not be over just yet, so we do got a lot of stuff to talk about. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Also, remember to join us over at Discord, as we do have over 1,400 active members in our community. And remember, today's video is sponsored by Best Change. So if you're curious as to how you can, exchange certain cryptocurrencies or other cryptocurrencies that may not be able to do within certain exchanges here within the US or in New York, definitely make sure to stick around to the end of today's video, where we talk about ways to exchange Shiba Inu for Bitcoin, ways to exchange XRP for Bitcoin or USDT to XRP. Some things that we pretty much have not been able to do since, the whole XRP SEC lawsuit and things of that nature. Well, I found a solution to that, so definitely stick around to the end of the episode. Otherwise, let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, so yesterday's video we put out basically talking about a golden opportunity for some of these big cryptocurrency movements right now. We've been talking about a golden opportunity that seems to have been floating around the market space. As you guys can see clearly, we're starting to see what could be a bullish cross on the MACD right here for Bitcoin. This is a pretty good sign for reversal back up to the upside, which got me very excited, and I had to put out a fairly bullish video just yesterday. Now, there are a few key topics I want to look at, as we have discussed pretty, relative, that basically whatever happens within Bitcoin is going to influence the rest of the market as a whole. So we are waiting pretty much for that movement to happen within Bitcoin to swing XRP and these other altcoins up with it. Now, more importantly, looking at the top 10 cryptocurrency, just the overall market space as a whole, you can see for the most part, things are starting to sprout up and it looks really nice. And one of the major runs that we're starting to see seems to be XRP, which is up 14.2% on the day, and we're actually teeter-tottering around $1. And hopefully you guys remember the past couple of videos, we've been talking about the key resistance level for XRP is at the $1 level. So ultimately what we're waiting for is for us to close the daily candle above $1 for us to be buying back into the market. So as you guys can see here, moving forward, you can see top 10 these are the cryptocurrencies we are currently looking at. We have XRP, we have Ethereum, we have Bitcoin, we have Dash, which we haven't drawn out yet, and we do have the S&P 500. So I do have a few key things to discuss here. So as you guys can see with XRP, right now, we do seem to be in a very good position, and I'm getting very excited to see the way these markets are trending right now. So for some people, you could consider this to be a double bottom. It is fairly short-lived. You could look at this. By the way double bottoms form right here, it does seem to be looking to do that same pattern. You have to consider we are still creating a lower high formation. We are still in what could be a bear market, and we have yet to see any signs of reversal moving us to the upside. But I did say in detail that we are still looking to capitalize on the runs that we could see within cryptocurrency on the short term in this market right now. So as you know, markets are starting to pump up. We're starting to see these top 10 cryptocurrencies get volume back in that really we ultimately need. And we've been waiting right now, playing the game, waiting patiently for a resistance and a break for above the $1 level on XRP for us to buy back into this and rally it all the way back up to what could be resistance levels at $1.22 or all the way up to its key resistance at $1.28. So we'll see if we can break through this downtrend. There's really just a bunch of things, free floating around this market for us to basically decide which direction we want to move to. And honestly, we don't look too bad in case we do decide to break our lower high formations and start to retest all-time highs, which would be great. We're really not that low compared to where we were. Now, ultimately, yes, we did see a 50% to 60% drop across all the cryptocurrencies in the space, and we did see that first flash of FOMO, but, as we know, crypto is still here to stay, and a lot of people really are still waiting for that opportunity to buy back in. I know it's not just me. I know there's a ton of other people that really feel the need to buy back into this market as they're thinking we could be heading right back up in the very near future. So I'm really not too worried about where the future is for XRP in the meantime, but for right now, what I'm looking at is potentially seeing what could be a higher low formation. We only have 2 confirmations, so I'm really not necessarily playing that card just yet, but what we're looking for is potentially 3 confirmations where we see movements like this. Bingo. That would create higher low formations where we ultimately retest the top resistance. If we break through it, then we start to form all-time highs, so on and so forth. We start to attack that prior high. Ultimately, what we're looking for is for the daily candle, as we are speaking right now, to close above resistance at $1 so we can finally buy back into XRP. That's what I've been waiting for, and swing this all the way back up to $1.20. Ultimately, what I'm looking for is a retest of resistance of this lower high formation as well as resistance of the $1.28, barrier that we have currently. So ultimately what my position would look like, and you can see we're actually doing pretty good the past 2 days. We actually shot up about 28%, which is insane. In 2 days, up 28% on XRP. I haven't been buying into it at a bottom to leverage it to the upside because we are still pretty much just trending inside of here, and $1 seems to be a pretty big resistance level for XRP. So ultimately, what I'm waiting for is that breakout above this resistance at $1. If we can break through this major resistance, you can see how it's formed back in April, back in early and end of April, in May, and now into what will be June. Starting tomorrow. We're looking at this resistance level and we have yet to break through it. So ultimately what I'm waiting for is confirmation above here. If we can close today or tomorrow above this resistance, I can buy in with confidence knowing that we'll probably swing back up to retest $1.22. I then know to move my stop loss up higher to cover myself in case we reverse lower and get in for the chance and the opportunity to retest $1.28 and hopefully break through that, and then we're back in the game. Very unlikely, I have to just say that, but there are big waves of possibility and opportunity for XRP moving forward. We're really not out of this market just yet. There is still some sort of support we are using. There is still some sort of uptrend. I mean, some people are even considering movements like this. We have to just consider that for right now. Let's just map it out real quick. You can see kind of what I'm battling right now. You can see how this market could be, potentially insightful. I'm just trying to draw a downtrend here. This could be a resistance level. We could swing it lower like that. There's a ton of possibility where resistance kind of just underlies and cuts through this market. I'm going to leave it how it is. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, but ultimately you can see where we've been using bottom support to basically swing the price of, XRP to the upside. And it's not only influencing XRP, there's other cryptocurrencies that are using this uptrend to move up higher as well. So we do look good. Ultimately, we do look good. There is some sort of higher, low formation forming here. We are still creating higher lows. The prices are still moving to the upside. Yes, we saw this big major reversal to the downside, and it is unfortunate that we did see this, but ultimately we do look pretty damn healthy. We really do look healthy, and until we can see that retest, we are going to still create these higher lows and ultimately battle resistance at, $1.02. We may see a big swing all the way up to what could be $1.22, if not higher, $1.29. But ultimately, what I'm waiting for right now, and what you guys have to wait for too, is a confirmation break above the moving averages and above resistance. Whether this is a double bottom or not, that's what we have to wait for, and that's what I'm personally waiting for me to buy in for a small conservative leverage trade to the upside and retesting the lower high formation. Whether that lower high formation, like I said, is right here or whether it is right here, I don't know. But what I do know is we are still at a standstill, and there is still 100% confirmed a confirmation resistance level at $1.28. So if we can break through $1, we'll create a stop loss and we'll run this bad boy all the way up. And it seems like we're not giving up on retesting a dollar. So we are squeezing that support level. We are getting volume, and there's a good chance very soon we should be able to pop off, break through $1, and swing all the way back up to like $1.28, if not move higher. So I'm getting very excited, and hopefully you guys are, preparing your bags too. Obviously using, different exchanges and so on and so forth to prepare yourselves for this next investment. As for Ethereum, we're kind of in that same level. Not only did we see the XRP, we finally discovered that there is some sort of uptrend that is holding the price, upwards. This looks good. Same thing is applying itself with Ethereum. We found some sort of bottom on Ethereum. Not only that, we'll look at Bitcoin in a second, but with this uptrend and bottom support level, things are starting to, appear much easier to invest in, and that's why I'm getting very excited. As you guys know, with this uptrend here creating these higher low formations, it seems to have found a bottom support level. And if you looked at the direction of some of these cryptocurrencies, if you looked at the uptrend, mainly on Ethereum, we are in an ascending fractal. The fact that even though we broke out of this FOMO movement right here, we still look really good, and ultimately we came back down to retest bottom support and are starting to swing back up higher. So I'm getting fairly excited, ultimately swinging back up to the upside to retest these resistance levels. So I do think, by the way these movements are starting to appear, we look like we're ready to eventually move back up higher now, Ethereum and XRP. I'm not saying how high we're going to be moving to on Ethereum, mainly because I don't know exactly. Obviously, there's top resistances here, but as I've explained before, I do not buy into Ethereum if we're trading inside an ascending triangle. I either wait for confirmation on resistance or support before I buy in. But for XRP, $1 is confirmed to break out to the upside. You can even see like some sort of Elliott wave forming. Hard to draw out, exactly, but you can see more so what this Elliott wave kind of might look like. I'm not entirely sure. Movement like that, I don't know. It's not necessarily all there, but you can see we did retest the bottom here. We are starting to break up, and I do believe we should fill in this gap right here on XRP and swing back to retest resistance and then correct lower. If not break through it entirely, retesting top here and then correcting lower. So I do believe we are going to see a swing to the upside. I do think there is a lower high formation forming, but it might be more drawn out than we had originally anticipated. It might be something like that. I just don't want to confirm that yet. We can maybe use the weekly as a confirmation, even better. Yeah, that's kind of where it is. Ultimately, that is looking fairly okay. So I do want to just leave it alone like that, but you can see the lower high formation that's forming here. This gives us enough certainty now to consider we should be able to break through resistance here and swing back to the upside. Now, how am I looking at this? Mainly everything comes to Bitcoin right now for confirmation breaks to the upside. As we know, we discovered this uptrend right here on XRP. It also looks very similar to the pattern that's forming here on Bitcoin. So ultimately, what I'm looking for is the way this uptrend is moving here. The fact that we're creating these higher low formations, the fact that we found this uptrend, the fact that we're breaking off of this, the fact that we're seeing a bullish confirmation on the MACD. This is enough for me to say, okay, it's time that we're going to be breaking bullish. You can see right here on this panel right here, the MACD is crossing over and we are starting to form a bullish cross. So this is that golden opportunity that I was referring to in yesterday's episode. With this confirmation break above this resistance level, hopefully I can go back. Okay, good. We should be able to see prices recover off bottom support, retest 40,000. If we, like I said, can break above 40K, we should be able to see a swing back up to at least $52,000. So I'm getting very excited. This is an opportunity yet to buy it. You could, if you are more of a moderate or aggressive trader, if you want, this is a support level, and it seems like we've deemed to see a breakout. So that's my opinion. For those that are more on the moderate to aggressive side, this is a good buy, in my opinion, a good buying opportunity to the upside. What do I know? This is just for educational purposes. I'm no financial advisor, but to see that swing, it is a good option to buy in right now for a moderate to an aggressive trader. Beginner traders or conservative trading style like me, the fact that we're seeing that bullish cross in the MACD, the fact that we bottomed out on oversold, the fact that we're using this uptrend here, there are so many, the fact that we're undervalued compared to the moving average, there's so many reasons and excuses to say that market is undervalued and we're gonna see a swing back to the upside. So I would not be surprised in the slide if we break and confirm 40K, swing back up to 48K, if not all the way up to 52,000. So ultimately, my target, what I'd be waiting for to buy in long is if I can see the price of Bitcoin actually close a daily candle above $40,000, then I'll buy in to leverage it up to 48,000, if not up to $52,000. That's really my opinion, but we're looking for good confirmations on Bitcoin and XRP. These both look like great opportunities to invest in. XRP looks ready to break out before or earlier than Bitcoin, but they both look like great opportunities to invest in the very near future. Just waiting for those confirmations. As for Dash, which looks honestly just like terrible, and I feel bad if I'm insulting anyone, there's still money to be made, don't get me wrong, but we have to just look at things as a whole. There is some sort of uptrend here that we did break bearish through. It's very obvious we are following the moving average right here. There is some sort of top resistance we can draw very clearly right here. We were forming inside this ascending fractal. We did break bearish below here, and it's very similar to other altcoins in the space. The same exact pattern is forming right here. This is very similar to Chainlink. Hopefully you guys, remember from yesterday's episode. Chainlink was in an ascending fractal. It broke bearish, and now it had some sort of downtrend that it was bodying right now. But I do think we're undervalued if Bitcoin and the rest of these cryptocurrencies decide to move to the upside. Obviously, Dash and the other altcoins like Chainlink are going to swing back up to retest resistance as well. So I would not be surprised if we see that movement form as well. As a good investment opportunity, I'd look at the major ones instead of these smaller ones. Otherwise, the S&P 500, we'll see how tomorrow opens. All right, guys, so as you know, trading in the US has become quite difficult on exchanges, but did you know there is a Wikipedia-like search engine out there that compares all the exchanges together? So BestChange is a platform where you can buy and sell crypto and fiat. BestChange monitors exchange rates in several hundred reliable exchangers and equips you with all the information that you need to select the best exchanger to transfer your money. They offer the best exchange rates on their table that shows the best exchanges for the 20 most popular with directions and the best rates on top. Other relevant information is available in icons next to the exchanger name and columns to its right. So in order to exchange, you simply select the exchange direction on the panel on the left. The table lists popular tabs and then select the exchanger out of this list of trusted and reliable ones. You can exchange e-currencies on exchanges, but the process can be somewhat difficult for newbies due to exchanges' interface and required verification. Also, some exchanges lack a lot of e-currencies and rare tokens that pushes users to search for exchangers that solve their issues. However, online there are a lot of fraudulent exchanges out there that use, you got to use your own caution. And the solution basically is BestChange. And what they've done is instead of you just blindly finding, your own exchange out there, BestChange actually compares the most reputable ones they offer. So bestchange.com is a directory of selected, trusted, and reliable exchanges. On their website, you can find out where you can buy, sell, exchange dozens of popular cryptocurrencies and e-currencies, or purchase those with debit or credit cards or various payment systems. Their monitor is easy to use, so no special knowledge or skills are needed for this intuitive interface. They offer a large choice of trusted exchangers, 250 plus exchanges out there. To be exact, they offer a convenient functionality allowing choosing of each exchange. Icons informing about special conditions of an exchange, information page of the exchange, reviews left by real customers. It's even possible to exchange without verification and at good rates, which is pretty cool as well. A lot of KYC is needed nowadays. You don't actually need that on, bestchange.com. So their monitor has cryptocurrencies, including altcoins and stablecoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, Litecoin, Tether, PAX, PAX, and USDC, which is a stablecoin. E-payment systems like PayPal, Skrill, Advanced Cash, Fiat, as we know, bank wires, Visa, and MasterCard are all, options available. They even have options to set up notifications to track when some of the exchanges offer desired exchange rates, and that has the necessary amount of reserves. They also offer a cool converter on the bottom of the site where you can convert currencies to see the rates before you actually make your exchange. And BestChange constantly queries dozens of reliable and trusted e-money exchange services out there to obtain the most decent changes in the exchange rates, determine trends on the e-currency exchange market, and reflect them in easy-to-read chart and tables. The monitor updates exchange rates at a 5 to 8 second interval, which is sufficient for informing users about the smallest fluctuations on the e-currency exchange market and letting them make educated decisions about the right moment for converting their funds. The system also features a convenient rate history module that allows you to analyze and visualize market trends over a period of 1 hour to 1 year. Shares of specific currencies, shares of specific exchanges, as well as reserves of national virtual currencies. If the exchanger you selected does not have enough currency or the necessary type or their rate, is higher than ones that you were hoping for, you can configure the site to send a notification to your email or Telegram where or one of both of your conditions are met. BestChange was created with security in mind as well, which means that they pay the utmost attention to the reputation and reliability of their e-currency exchanges that they work with. All of them have been thoroughly selected to offer the highest level of service and customer support, so dealing with them is extremely reliable. For instance, services working with WebMoney must have a very high BL to be included in their list of premium e-currency exchangers. Since its foundation 13 years ago, BestChange has become a reliable partner for dozens of e-currency exchangers and a reliable tool for thousands of users worldwide looking for a fast, hassle-free monitor of virtual currencies. If your business involves multi-currency payments that need to be cross-converted on a regular basis, make sure to bookmark their site. It will help you avoid unnecessary losses during conversion and offer a one-stop currency exchange experience. Once again, huge shout out to BestChange for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.